name's Mark Hahn. I'm one of the founders of OVR. We started the brand in January 2023. Well, I started in 1995 under Peterson Publishing, Motor Trend, Hot Rod, four-wheeler. Been involved in it since then. OVR was a passion project, and we launched it, like I said, in 2023. 5 partners. So we've been at this for 30-some years, and I call it my 29-year apprenticeship before we actually got to launch our own brand.
My name's Sean Holman, and I am one of the partners and the editor-at-large for OVR Magazine. It's funny that we have this thing called overlanding now, and everybody thinks it's super special. But at some point, overlanding went from a verb into a noun. Overlanding is just a fancy way for car camping. This really started for me back in Boy Scouts as a kid, going all of our camp outs, and you know, it has obviously evolved over time, and here we are today. It's car camping with better destinations, getting out a little bit further in fancier gear.
I grew up in Anchorage, Alaska, my formative years from the age of 8 to 18. Every summer, every weekend, every night, we would go out to the rivers, go fishing, sleep under the stars, kind of like this. My dad and I, we bought a Ram cargo van. We cut up a bunch of plywood, 2x4s, put carpeting around it, and really turned it into a nice little van back then. And that was, I would say, the start of this adventure. And I hope to take OVR and generate another generation of kids that'll enjoy things like this.
So what I love about overlanding is just the ability to have an adventure at any moment, to go exploring. Some of my favorite places are the Mojave Desert or Utah, Colorado, the San Juan Mountains. There's so much to be seen that's off the beaten path. And I feel like we're so inundated with, you know, emails and people and noise and all that. It's nice to get out of the city. I live in the city, I make my living in the city. Go out, unplug and recharge in the backcountry to go find some history, some old trails, something that most people will never have a chance to see because they just don't know. Here we are in Los Angeles, 2 hours outside of LA. Amazing amount of history and trails. Most people have no idea. They go to Vegas on the 15 and they go, oh, the desert's ugly, or I wonder what's on that mountain. But nobody ever goes out to figure out what's actually there. Overlanding is kind of unique though, in the sense that, you know, a lot of car culture is go out together, do things together. Overlanding kind of has 2 groups: the group that wants to go do stuff together, and then the person's kind of more the lone wolf, self-sufficient. I want to kind of be on my own and get away from it. But one thing that's really interesting about the outdoor community in relationship to overlanding is I've had people come up and say, oh, you're ruining the environment, and you know, these vehicles are tearing up the trails and all this kind of stuff. But the reality is most people who are overlanders are conservationists. We want clean air, clean water. The vehicles that are set up properly with the bigger tires actually do less impact on the trails. And everybody that I know who is part of the overlanding community picks up trash along the way, or Mylar balloons, or takes care of each other. And it's nice because you can go out and enjoy your sport, but also be a conservationist at the same time.
Like I said, I have a couple of boys now, and these kids, you look at them now, right? It's always iPads and iPhones, digital world. To be able to give these kids another avenue besides that, and so that's what I want to achieve, both on the website, the magazine, print, because when we do go out there, when we do a print magazine, a lot of the time you're off grid. We don't have digital signals out there. So people in this space will actually embrace printed magazines, books, and things like that, because you're going out there at nighttime, you've had your dinner, you need your respite, you just want to reconnect, right? Calm your brain, and they'll pull out the magazine or a book and really enjoy. To be able to launch my own brand and show all these vehicles inside the LA Auto Show is just mind-blowing. To be able to showcase what overlanding is, outdoor vehicle recreation, going out there and introducing it to an audience that have seen the vehicles but didn't really interact with it like the way we do. You know, we go to a bunch of shows and we think that, hey, everybody knows about this, but When we went to LA Auto Show and showed 30 vehicles like this, people were just blown out. They were like, hey honey, you know that thing that we saw on the freeway? This is how it works. And we were able to educate them on how all this stuff can make their camping experience so much better. LA Auto Show is just an amazing conduit to let that happen and showcase it.
My partners and I, we're not new to overlanding. It's something that was our lifestyle that we did. It's not just a genre of activity or media for us. Being a part of the LA Auto Show last year was a massive opportunity for us. And I think it was really unique within the space. There's a lot of overlanding shows around the country, but typically they're outdoors. They're at of fairgrounds or something. We were in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, and we had 30 vehicles, and we were able to introduce so many people to what we love to do. And there were so many people that walked into our booth and they're like, honey, look, this is that thing that was on the truck, or here's the tent I was telling you, or we could go and do this together. And to see the amount of interest from people living in the city to realize how easy it is to buy a couple products and outfit their vehicle to go out into the world, it just shows that there's a lot more growth to be had in this. And I think the more that people recreate, the better. Right? It's about the experience. And I think a lot of people reconnected with families and got out there and explored together, and they're making memories. And at the end of the day, if overlanding brings people together to make memories, it's beyond the physical items. That's where I want to see overlanding continue to grow, because I think it makes for a better community. I think it makes for better people.